Who is Vladimir Putin? He is a threat to world peace.
He's vindictive, brutal, and vain.
Someone who has no imagination of his own, who worships power and does not have any kind of ethical framework, and also considers murder as part of a normal way of doing business.
He is similar to a mafia don.
Putin just emerged on the scene.
He had no political experience. There was an expression that he had the charisma of a lizard.
Everything that Putin has done has been predicated on the belief that a war between the United States and Russia is inevitable.
He feels the West mistreated Russia after the collapse of the Soviet Union, did not give it its proper due.
Breaking tonight, Russian troops are attempting to take control of Ukraine's capital.
He seems erratic. There is an ever-deepening delusional rendering of history. He's descending into something that I personally haven't seen before.
He is willing to use a tactical nuclear weapon on the battlefield in order to win.
Many of the risks that he has taken have panned out for him. But if you're a risk taker, you're eventually going to make the wrong decision.
The world's now focused on the bloodshed, the chaos caused by one man, Russian President Vladimir Putin. Is he a reckless madman with an insatiable appetite for power? Is he a cheap thug who runs a criminal empire only to enrich himself? Or is he just a Russian patriot trying to make his country great again?
This understanding of this man has really cost us a lot. And had we really paid attention and really done our homework, because the amazing thing is that he never made it a secret.
If you connect the dots from Putin's KGB history, you see a long trail of laying the groundwork for the kind of invasion that we are now seeing and the pretense to go into Ukraine to essentially swallow a European nation.
So is Putin just implementing his master plan, or is there something more going on?
Breaking tonight, Russian troops are attempting to take control of Ukraine's capital.
He seems erratic. There is an ever-deepening delusional rendering of history. He's descending into something that I personally haven't seen before.
If you look at the way he dressed down his senior intelligence chief just hours after the parliament, the fear in the eyes of that intelligence chief, who until now had been part of Vladimir Putin's inner circle, that's very telling to me. We're now back to an era of criminology where we have only those videos to go by.
It's widely believed that Putin doesn't use a mobile phone, doesn't use the internet. He's very cut off from the rest of the world.
Putin has self-isolated himself because of COVID, and so he is seeing a smaller group of people. He's kind of in isolation, stewing about how things for Russia haven't been going the way he wants them to, particularly with respect to Ukraine.
Everything that Putin has done ever since he became president in 2000 has been predicated on the belief that a war between the United States and Russia is inevitable.
He's gotten the world's attention, but there was a lot of naivete and appeasement over the years of Vladimir Putin. The red lines were not drawn, they were not enforced, and that's why we have this autocratic leader who's threatening the entire world with nuclear weapons as we speak.